Let me take you back to November 2020. Bitcoin was around $16,600. I was sitting at my desk, staring at the green candlesticks on Robinhood, debating whether I should hit buy on my very first Bitcoin purchase. I didn't know what would happen. I just knew I had to start. So I put in $1,000. That $1,000 turned into the first domino. My first $1,000 in Bitcoin. Back when everyone laughed. It was November 2020. I bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin when the price was just $16,600. That trade was done through a basic Robinhood portfolio. No cold wallets, no real plan. But I was curious. I knew enough to sense Bitcoin was more than just a price chart. I was watching a new kind of money being born in real time. Soon after, I sold that position and moved over to Coinbase. That's when I got a little more serious, slowly scaling up to $11,000 in total buys. Then I stopped. Like most people, I got distracted. The price dipped, the hype died down, and I stopped paying attention. Meeting the man who changed my conviction. In 2022, I met J.P. Bark. To Bitcoin, he's what Jerome Powell is to fiat. Except JP actually builds things that matter. He was one of those rare guys who bought Bitcoin back in 2013 for $70 a coin. But instead of selling out and buying Lambos, he took his gains and built a mining facility. In rural Iowa, $1 million invested, thousands of ASICs buzzing away, over $225,000 per month in electric bills. We drove out to meet him. The air smelled like metal and dust. The hum of fans surrounded us like white noise. JP showed us around with this calm confidence that you only see in people who know they're 10 steps ahead. Energy is the foundation of the US dollar. Bitcoin is just the next logical step. That was the moment I got it. Bitcoin wasn't just an asset. It was an energy-backed monetary network. And mining was the way to get it cheaper, and with more control. So I got to work. My first step into mining, and why I started small. Instead of going all in, I started simple. I bought 2 ASIC S19J Pro miners. One of them I paid for, around $5,000. The other one I received for free from asicmarketplace.com. Shout out to them. I shipped both of them to JP's mining facility in Iowa. The date was March 6, 2023. That's when the machines officially came online. In month 1, I mined 0.0129 BTC, worth around $330 at the time. My electricity costs? About $285.60. Barely any profit. But I didn't sell. Not one sat. Because here's the truth about mining. It's not about daily profits. It's about accumulating Bitcoin at a discount, holding it, and letting time do the heavy lifting. For most of 2023, Bitcoin hovered between $25,000, $30,000. My machines mined about 0.01 BTC month, or around $350 to $500. Electricity stayed steady at $285 a month. That meant I was breaking even, maybe slightly ahead. Then came the halving in April 2024. Rewards got slashed in half. My machines now earned around 0.062 BTC a month. That's just $650 at today's prices. But back then, it was more like $300. On paper, it didn't look great. In the summer of 2024, my mined Bitcoin was worth just $75 across 3 months. Electricity costs during that period? $856. If I had sold to cover costs, I would have taken a loss. But I held. Everything changed in September. Then came the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Bitcoin ran from $25,000 to over $90,000 by year's end. Suddenly, all that Bitcoin I'd mined cheaply, when everyone said it wasn't profitable, became incredibly valuable. I've now mined a total of 0.2016 BTC over the last 617 days. At today's price of $105,351, since that stack is worth $21,000 to $32. Electricity costs over the same period, $5,710. And remember, I only paid $1,000 for the machines. That puts me at a total net profit of $10,120. And that's assuming I sold today. But I haven't. I'm still holding every sat. Why Bitcoin mining feels like the ultimate cheat code. When you mine, you're not just buying Bitcoin, you're producing it. You get it at a discount. You get exposure without KYC, and you're rewarded the most during bull markets, when the price explodes and your past rewards skyrocket in value. It's kind of like owning a gold mine while the price of gold is exploding. Except there's no digging, just code and energy. What JP's facility taught me about long-term vision. Talking to JP today, he laughs when people say, "Congrats on Bitcoin at 105K. To him, this is still the beginning. The finish line isn't 100K, it's 250K, maybe $1. We're not there yet." He's now scaling his facility with $2 million worth of hydro-cooled S21 ant miners, some of the most efficient hardware on the planet. They use less power, generate more hash rate, and stay cooler thanks to water cooling. And for the first time, JP is opening up mining to the public, with a Reg CF offering that'll allow you to get in for as little as $100. That's right, you'll soon be able to co-own part of a real Bitcoin mining operation, without having to set up machines in your garage. If you're interested in joining that project, I'll drop a sign-up link soon. My total Bitcoin holdings between cold storage and Coinbase, I now hold 1.3 BTC. My average cost basis is around $40,000. That puts me at a profit of over $84,956 today. And I'm still buying, still mining, still stacking. Because when I look back at all of this, the buying, the holding, the months of break-even mining, I realize something. This wasn't luck. It was discipline. I didn't time the market. I just kept showing up. Where this goes from here. If you're reading this and wondering whether it's too late, you're asking the wrong question. Bitcoin at $105,000 isn't expensive if it ends up at $500,000. Mining isn't dead if you can secure cheap power and efficient machines. The only real question is, are you going to watch it happen, or are you going to get in? Bitcoin mining isn't for everyone. It takes upfront capital, patience, and conviction. But if you do it right and hold tight, you just might find yourself like me. Looking back on your small $5,000 mining experiment and realizing it opened the door to generational wealth.